Hi everyone, Jonathan Smith here with the Yakima County Development Association. Going to give another update on the resources that are available to small businesses through the new CARES Act that was just passed. There's a few programs that have been expanded and some new ones, and these programs help answer questions that you may have on how you can cover the cost of keeping employees working, if you need a quick infusion of cash right now or some longer term needs for cash, if you need help with making payments on an existing small business administration loan that you may have, or if you just need business counseling in general. So let's dive right into it. First, that question there about how do we cover the cost of keeping employees working? So say that sales are down and revenue isn't coming in like you need, but you still have to keep employees going. Start with your bank, use an SBA lender. There's the Paycheck Protection Program. What this is a zero-fee loan of up to $10 million to help small businesses. What's unique about this program is that up to 8 weeks of your average payroll costs can be forgiven. So that means that those 8 weeks of expenses essentially turn into a grant. Now, depending on the amount of the loan that you borrow, up to 100% of this can be turned into a grant if the loan that you borrowed is only equal to the 8 weeks of those average payroll costs. Now, for anything beyond what's forgiven, principal and interest are deferred for the period of 1 year, and you can use this program with other COVID-19 programs and assistance. So the money has to be used to cover the cost of economic harm that your business received between February 15th and June 30th, 2020. So we're going into the future. However, whenever you apply, it becomes retroactive back to February 15th, 2020. So if you've been receiving, economic hardships and things already, you can retroactively go back and apply this. So the maximum term of these loans is 10 years, a maximum rate of 4.0%. And you can use it for a lot of things: payroll, health benefits, rent, mortgage interest, utilities, interest on other debts. So this is a very robust program, and it's designed specifically to keep folks working. It's to cover the costs of providing payroll to people who are working. Now, apply through your lender for forgiveness equal to the costs incurred during an 8-week period. In order to get that, you reach out to your lender, and they're going to be able to forgive eligible payroll costs, interest payments that you made on a mortgage obligation, payment of a covered rent obligation, or any covered utility payment. All of those things will be forgiven. That money essentially will turn into a grant. The next program that we're going to talk about, economic injury loans, is the one that has been around. Any disaster that happens, these typically become available, but there's some new components to this. The loans are still up to $2 million, can be used for payroll and operating expenses. But now you can get an advance of $10,000 grant within 3 days of applying. And this $10,000 grant does not need to be repaid, even if your business does not qualify for a loan. The $10,000 grant just comes out and it doesn't need to be repaid. The eligibility requirements are you must have been in business as of January 31st, 2020. And these are the types of businesses that can apply. Obviously small businesses, but private nonprofits, sole proprietors, independent contractors, tribal businesses, cooperatives, employee-owned businesses, all of those are eligible to apply for those loans and then also receive the grant. Now, debt relief on existing SBA loans. If your business already has a loan with the SBA, this applies to you. If you don't have a loan with SBA, this does not apply at all. It's only for businesses with existing loans. And the loan payments, including the principal, interest, and fees, are covered for 6 months. This is also available to new borrowers who take out loans through the SBA within the next 6 months. It just does not apply to the Paycheck Protection Program loans. Also, if you're a small business that does work for the government and have had to lay off employees or stop work because it's considered non-essential, there is reimbursement for contractors for the cost of providing paid leave to those employees that can't work on site or telecommute. Also available is a credit, an employee retention credit. This is another typical tool in the Small Business Administration's toolbox for disasters. So you've seen this in hurricanes and tornadoes. but it's probably been a while since we've seen this available in Yakima County. What it does is it provides a payroll tax credit for 50% of the wages paid to an employee up to a maximum credit of $5,000 per employee. And so it's a credit against the payroll tax that you would pay. And the period that it's covering is between March 12th and January 1st of 2021. So in order to be eligible for this, you must have suspended business operations due to COVID-19 or experienced at least a 50% loss in year-over-year gross receipts. You can't use this program, though, if you're also using the Paycheck Protection Program, because both of these programs are designed to cover the costs of keeping employees working. There's also a delayed payment option. You can defer payment of your employer portion of payroll taxes through the end of 2020. At that time, the amount that you deferred will be due in 2 equal installments, one at the end of 2021 and the other at the end of 22. And you can use this with the Paycheck Protection Program because it's not a credit against the payroll, it is just a deferral. So how to access these? First, work with your bank. If your bank is set up, they can get you started with the SBA loan process for the Payroll Protection Program. If you're seeking first-time SBA monies, this website here, COVID-19relief.sba.gov, is be able to walk you through the process, and there is a box that you can check at the end of this application on that website to have the $10,000 forwarded to you if your business is in need of quick cash right now.